Welcome, Facebook friends. Kodjar here. I just did this video because I just want to see, I actually want to explain today how to set measurable weight loss that lasts. I wanted to go live inside my group, but as Facebook doesn't allow lives in the group anymore, as you can share screens and stuff like that, I just want to see if I can actually do it here. So it's a test. Hopefully this is actually working. Okay, let's see. It's a test percent. Share screens. Okay, I think I did it. Okay, fantastic. So great. So this is also going to be streamed. It's going to be inside a group. I'm just basically going to forward towards the group. And today I'm going to explain real quick how to really set up goals that last. And also, this is a reminder for the people that take the challenge inside a group to take your exit call. Okay, like if you've done the challenge, you have a chance to win it, but you can only win it if you take the exit call. That means like we need to talk. I need to show you what what you already achieved and how you can get more results from there, how to set the realistic goals. Okay, so let's actually go inside this and talk about this for a second. So here you see the website. This is our course, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to have access to this course once you take your exit call. Usually when you start doing anything, right, like the only way for you to see that you're improving, you need to understand, especially if you're a lady over 40 that can no longer see results, is because there are root causes, right? Usually there are going to be several root causes, and sometimes it's about, stress. Sometimes it's about, you not being able to understand how to track metrics, how to actually understand, whether or not you're losing weight or you're losing fat. And therefore, here, there are usually two scenarios, right? Like you either are stuck on a weight plateau, and usually would be, you might not be able to control your cravings anymore. And again, like this shows you, what would you need to do in that specific case. Or if you're losing weight, there are specific, journeys, right? Like there are journeys that you need to lose 30 kilo or more, and then there are journeys that you need to usually lose your last 10 kilo, right? And again, all these are essentially different, right? Like there are different, from you just losing kilos in general, right? Now, one thing that you need to be able to do is essentially be able to future pace your results, right? Like you need to be able to, pretty much like understand, if let's say you're 76 and you need to lose 50 kilo, right? Like you need to go from 76 to 50, right? We have 25 kilos. You need to be able to understand whether or not your body is going to do it quickly, right? So as you see here, 3, it would be basically saying like your body is actually doing something quick, right? And then you know that you need to be able to understand that it's going to take you a year. Now, if you were to, your body would be reacting even more quicker, then you probably only take about 9 months, right? But if your body reacts really slow, then obviously it takes about more than a year, right? And over here, we'll be able to essentially like track the trend of your weight loss and see if the trend reflects the reality. The blue is like the daily weight that you would take in, and obviously the average of 7 days is going to show you the ability to kind of like know how your body is going, right? Now, this is just, one way to understand. Like now we're talking about weight. Now, the other thing that you would need to understand is that, let's say you have 10 kilos, right, to go. One thing that you want to be able to do, it's, let's see if I can actually pull this up, this image here. You need to be able to, understand the difference between, just losing weight and losing fat, right? If you know that you need to go from 35% to 20%, you know that you have about 15% body fat to lose, right? So we know that, if you weigh 70 kilos, right? So what we would need to do in this case is like, let's say 70 kilos minus 13% or 15%, you know that you have about 10 kilos to lose now, right? Like, so that reflects the reality. Like, you're actually losing the weight that you need to lose. It needs to be fat. What we did inside the challenge, and this is what I'm putting up, the thing right now, and I'm going to use the clouds as an example again, is that what we're doing on the last part of the call, or let's say on the call itself. And again, I'm using her because she has a lot of data, right? She's been with me for a long time. And as you see here, her weight went up and down. And that shows that, like, if you just look at this graph, normally you would just say, okay, this is just a graph. Knowing this about the weight, it shows inconsistency, right? Now, most people would say, oh yeah, you're inconsistent because you don't do the work. In her case, she actually did the work. You can see that she does the work all the time. Like, she shows the step that she's doing. So we know that the one time she's doing like 15,000 steps, then she's doing 8,000 steps. So we can actually get an average of this, right? Then by knowing that, for example, her calorie intake, her sleep is in place, her calorie intake is in place. We have, we set a specific calorie goal for her, and is this specific macros. We have, specific habits for her. We have a whole calendar, about when she's doing yoga and when she's working out. So this is basically the difference between just doing a challenge and actually doing a challenge that lasts, like getting real coaching, meaning like even just with an application like this, we're able to understand what you need to do. Because when we work together, like, again, we look at the graph, we say, we look at Claudia, we say, it looks like she's inconsistent. But what is the inconsistency about? In her case, she's stuck in phase one. We still have, like, she has to take a few tests, in my opinion. She has to take a bunch of blood tests to see what her biofeedback is like, because she going from, not sleeping well, the energy being low, the energy being okay, then the sleep being impacted again, and then the cravings being impacted as a result. So, like, his consistency is her physiology saying something. It's not like saying, for example, one is inconsistent because she's not motivated, right? So this is kind of like the feedback that we can have when you actually were able to get data, right? Even in an app like this. Right now, if you did the challenge, you done really well, because, like, you establish one thing, establish that you can work out, you establish that you're getting stronger, you're seeing progression. Now we need to have your nutrition, we need to have your data and all that. And in order for me to do that, we need to see what is your goal and what you want to, how you want to achieve this goal. Now, when you take your exit call, you would get, I'm going to tell you how to get access to the website that I give you. If you are watching this and you're not in the group yet, you can still, comment down below, exit call, and I'm going to send you a calendar so that you can also, find out more about what we did in the challenge, as well as you understanding if this is a right type of coaching for you, if I can help in general. This is Coach Jerry here. Hopefully this helped. I'm going to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.